Dang.
Yeah, I mean, bro, this is
Like,
crazy.
what about the good stuff? Can we talk about the good stuff? Like, what are the positive aspects of,
American women? Why don't you start?
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I want to know from
what do American women do better than other women around the planet?
You have to understand,
men.
this guy literally profits off of bashing off like Western women and women like us.
Which
he
guy?
profits off of
Which guy
this.
profits?
You.
Me?
You and like Fresh and Fit.
Oh,
But
shit.
it's cool.
we actually don't talk. We're here in Miami with you. Like, we don't even tell people to go internationally. Like, that's not our thing. We just
Yeah, no, it's fine.
so we don't.
I just want love to be loved.
Can I speak?
I think, see, I don't think we bash women. We tell women what it is. And I just told you guys why men go internationally, and all of you had an issue with it. And I'm just telling you that the reason why guys leave. And you know what's interesting?
It's that I agree with you, but it's the way that he
What's the
asked
good thing
her.
about American women,
It's the
though?
way that he asked her, what's the good thing about Western women? Like, you expect us to come up with a list of questions so you
go
can
ahead. I
argue
mean,
them.
answer it.
Or
I
wanna know
answer
from a
so you can
man's
argue
Prove her
them.
standpoint.
wrong. Prove her wrong, ladies.
All right.
No, that's why I'm asking
Before
a
we do that,
man. I want to know from a man's
That's
standpoint.
fine.
Yeah.
We'll get it here in a second. I just want to make sure. Did you finish what you were trying to say before? I want to make sure. Yeah, because you were talking about you didn't like the analogy or you didn't understand it. So did you come up with a better one that would make more sense then, I guess?
Then woman speaking out versus a man getting ready.
Yes, women being disagreeable, right? Which is a masculine trait, by the way.
Okay.
Versus men getting dressed, taking a long time and putting enormous amount of resource into upkeep, which is a feminine trait. That's why I use the two. Does that make sense now?
I understand what you're trying to say, but I
that's
feel
what I
like
was
it's
asking
not
earlier.
Let her finish.
God damn.
It's okay. You can go ahead, baby.
No. You were talking first. Go ahead.
Let her go.
Finish your thoughts.
I feel like a better comparison would be
Let's hear it.
like
I believe in you. Get her notebook.
no, you guys keep throwing me off.
Guys,
Yeah.
let her think, please. Go ahead. What's a better comparison, you think?
Instead of a man getting ready, maybe like a man showing a better feminine traits than getting ready. I feel like getting ready is not a feminine trait. I would say maybe asking the girl to pay for everything. Like that would be a feminine trait that a lot of women have a problem with. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me here, but I feel
agree.
like getting ready isn't that big of a deal.
You're
You
going
look
somewhere
good,
with
babe.
this.
Like, okay.
All right, you're using a more nuanced thing. Okay, cool. How would you feel about a guy asking you to pay for dates all the time? Would
I
that
would
annoy
feel
you?
like that's a feminine trait. Yeah, that
would
would
that annoy you?
irritate me. But I also don't
Fucking
think
fantastic. We're annoyed by you guys arguing with us. Like, it doesn't matter.
So
Like, bro.
only men argue. Men are argumentative and
No.
problematic.
Yes.
That's what I was asking.
Being problematic is a man trait.
That was my first
got
question.
it, girls. Got one
No,
point.
it's because when you, as a woman, right, when you're with your partner and you're arguing with him, what you're essentially doing is you're challenging his masculinity to some degree.
Oh, you
Now
want
I
an
get it. That's what I
understanding?
was asking earlier.
That is why, right, men don't like argumentative and disagreeable women because that is a masculine trait
That
and
was
men
my
don't
first
like
question.
that. So I guess for
Well, it
you,
goes against the
getting dressed
masculine
isn't that
trait,
important
is
to
really
you.
what
Like,
it
to you
is.
look at it like, okay, it's not that negative. Okay, then we can go ahead and switch it up. He asked you to pay for dates. That would be a feminine trait that you would not like. Cool. That same level of disgust that you have for him saying pay for the date, that's how we feel about arguing with y'all all the time. Does that work on for you?
All right, sure.
What the fuck? Every time, roll over,
Listen.
show the belly.
I swear to God, bro.
It's like beating a dead horse.
Tip
I'm over it.
$50.
Yeah.
It's not beating a dead horse, it's that we had to
1980
use
ranted
a
from
very-
Rumble
My
and
bad.
says this panel full of airheads.
like
Colombian
talking to a
Bimbo
brick
2
wall.
down from Fresh is a prime example of how Western culture pollutes the mindset of women from traditional countries. MLD, I'm sorry, but there's nothing here.
Oh, he means you.
Okay.
I love
so
London.
what do you mean? How's it how's it talking to a brick wall when I have to understand your argument to be able to refute it and respond to you?
He's giggling. It's like it's you're not understanding where I'm coming from. is
I
what I'm
absolutely
saying.
understand. Why do you think I was able to ask you the question and rephrase it for you?
Rephrase it for me.
Yeah, I said, okay, cool. The guy wants you to pay for dates. Let's switch it around to your worldview. Does that annoy
I
you?
agree to disagree. I don't think that being argumentative is a masculine trait. I feel like that's just a person
That's
in
a
general.
human
Like
It's
that's a
okay.
human trait.
When you argue,
My point.
right, all the time, that means you're disagreeable.
Disagreeable,
correct?
which is a masculine trait.
All
But
the
when
time?
men disagree with men, is that masculine?
Yes.
Okay. Valid.
Yes.
So when y'all argue with each other, it's
As
not
a matter of
feminine.
fact, again, I wrote a book on this. A big reason why men make more money than women in general is because men are less agreeable. they're more disagreeable. So if you're more disagreeable, you're more willing to go to the boss and say, I need a raise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I need to make more money. They're more willing to negotiate for better wages than women are. Being disagreeable is inherently a masculine trait.
Okay.
So when
So
we
what about-
disagree for money and we want a higher raise, that's a problem. That's a masculine trait. So we shouldn't do that.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying it is a masculine trait.
But
though.
you said you don't like that.
Men don't like masculine women, no.
So you wouldn't like if a woman was like, "Hey, I want a raise." We should just not talk.
You're not.
How you convey to your employer versus your man are two different things.
Yeah.
I'm not your boss.
Yeah.
Well, in
But
household,
isn't
yes, but
that
not.
the example that he used was saying that they can get a higher salary because they talk to their boss. They're more
Yeah, but that's a
demanding.
workplace example versus a home example.
But so it's different if we do it with each other than other people. It's not masculine if you do it with other people. It's only masculine when you do it in a relationship.
It
Right.
still is, but you're missing the
But does
point here.
that bother you?
You're
Yeah.
missing the whole point here.
Yes.
So we shouldn't ask for a raise. I'm confused. So should we speak up or should we shut up?
How you're using the disagreeableness in this is out of context because you're saying, I'm going to be disagreeable to get a raise, and we're talking about within the context of a relationship, which are two different use cases for disagreeableness.
What if a man
Okay,
lacks
but-
that?
Wait, does that make sense to you, first of all?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Thank you.
What if a man lacks that?
Lex, what?
The disagreeableness that y'all are saying. Does
That's
that
on
make him
him.
less masculine?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So because he's what if he's like
Well,
a
some
calm
men like
he's
being more submissive too. So
yeah,
then the
like
woman
what,
gets the
that's what I'm saying.
That's the guys who watch
Like,
your
what
shit.
if what if he's like more calm? Like what if that's just his demeanor? You know, does it make him less masculine because
Controlling your emotions and being controlling your emotions versus being disagreeable are two completely different traits.
Okay.
okay? I guess what I'm trying to say is. Because you just said something about when a man and a man is arguing, then like basically like that's okay. What if he's not one of those men that you know enjoys arguing or like to argue or can use arguing as a thing? Like what if he that's just not him?
What
Does that make him less masculine? Because
What? This is not about man being masculine.
they're-
I'm trying to figure
They're
out.
talking about like relationships.
I'm
so
trying
it's
to
like
figure.
woman
Okay,
between
so
a man,
I'm
and
trying to
then
figure
you're
out
talking about
in a relationship when the man does not argue, does that make him less masculine? And is it okay for the woman to be more
well,
masculine now because
technically, I
he
mean,
doesn't
if the
he
woman's
doesn't argue?
arguing and he's not,
Like, what if
then-
that balances the relationship? Now, is it wrong because she's masculine? Like, that's what I'm trying to ask. Like,
Yeah, I
let's
think it's
clarify
on
that.
the
Well, I just think in a general sense of things, men do not want a woman with masculine traits because they are heterosexual.
I mean,
what
they're
about
just
the ones
clash.
that
I mean,
do?
you're just
Opposite.
gonna end up clashing.
what about the ones that
Let
do?
him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead.
I said in a general statement, in a general sense. The majority of men are looking for women with feminine traits because that's the opposite of what men are.
I understand that, but what I'm asking is, what about the men that are
Are what?
looking for the masculine women? What's so wrong with women being masculine to
Because
the
again,
one?
again
You got
let me
some-
answer before you go down. Before we go down. Okay.
All right.
I get in a general sense of things. The majority of men are looking for feminine women.
Where
with
is the
feminine
statistics
traits.
on this?
Right.
What majority is this?
Where do you want
Everyone
to
in
start?
this room.
Like, I want to know.
Where's the majority of men looking for masculine women?
You know
I
what?
don't- I
Here,
never
this is how
said
you
that. I
refute
don't know.
her argument. Okay, let's say there are men out there looking for masculine women. Do you want those niggas? You want those guys that will sit there and let the woman be the leader and be the provider
And you gotta
be
pay?
the decision maker? Do you want that guy? No? Do you want that guy?
I don't know.
That's going to let
Honestly,
you
I
be the
don't know.
leader and you're going to be the boss of making the decisions? You want that guy? Do you
I
want
feel
that
like
guy?
at times
I
it
want
should
it to be
be.
a shared
But they want to
I feel
run
like
their
at
mouth
times it
for the
should be.
fucking
Do
small.
you want that guy that's going to let you be the boss and you tell him what to do?
I like a provider.
Okay. What about you? What about you?
Not you just.
Do you want to get it? Okay. What about you? What about you?
I feel like at times it should be.
Real quick though.
I feel like at times it should.
So look, so you don't even want that guy. None of the girls on the panel want that guy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I feel like it should be an equal thing in a relationship. At times, it should be okay for your woman to speak up and it should not be a problem. It should not make her more, disagreeable because she's speaking up. I feel like it should be
Where
an
do we say
understanding.
women
I
should
think
never
that's
speak
okay,
up?
though.
Okay,
I
can say something,
Yeah, it doesn't mean
from-
she can at all.
Misogyny.
I could say something what I've been told too. Like we have a very, very right strategy of feminine and masculine when I raised, right? And woman is the neck and man is the head. It's not necessarily to yell, to prove your point. You have to be just very wise. Stand next to him, inspire and guide him. And he going to listen because you're a woman and you are the one who giving the energy, who providing, and he needs you most of all. But you need to understand that. Because that's a balance, and men
Balance,
and
thank
women
you.
need it.
That is what I'm.
And
that
that's
is what
why
I'm,
that balance have to be right. Because if you're gonna come with masculine, you're going to kill his man inside of him, and he will just step away and find somebody who's going to nurture his masculinity.
And
that's
that's
what
the
I'm trying to
passport
say.
bro movement.
Balance.
There you
Right
go, you
there.
I agree with the
and
balance.
it's not
thing.
like everybody
That's
can
what I'm trying to say.
be what you want to
Yeah,
be.
right.
for-
It's literally not what she was
It's
saying.
just a thin line in the United States because here it's all about money.
Yeah.
You go on to date, you're already expecting
Like,
something for each
damn.
other.
And
we
that's
don't
what I
have
was
that.
saying.
We
You
might have
don't
lost-
have that. We're
you
going
might
to
have
date
lost-
months, and we're not going to have any intimacy.
You might have lost the war, but you won the debate. Okay. But you get what she's saying? You get what she's saying?
Yeah, of course.
Makes sense?
Can I say something?
Fresh, no, you
Real quick, because I had asked, like, what is the issue
Oh, I
with
just
that?
got the joke.
Because it could be the conditioning in the U.S. of why women are this way because of the way that, you said the culture. It's the culture.
It is the culture.
But how do we rectify that? Like, do we just all flee the country
Right,
and
what
find
is the
someone
solution?
else? Like, we need to
No,
find a
because
solution.
nobody wants you abroad either.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to change
American
it.
men are in demand
Okay, yeah.
around the fucking
No,
world.
this is just a let's shit on
listen.
Alejandro.
Hold
Nobody
on,
wants
I
him
want to make a
abroad.
clarification
Okay.
right now.
Love a
Nobody
dominant
wants me
woman,
around.
so
Wait.
it's
I know
like
you're
towards
emotional.
them.
And you just calm down for a second,
not
okay?
emotional.
You're very emotional.
No, I'm talking to you very direct.
But
You need to calm
there
down.
are
You don't know how to have a
passport-
conversation with
Relax.
somebody without telling
Relax,
somebody
relax.
things like this.
Look, conversation 101. When someone's talking, you don't talk. I was talking, you're cutting me off.
I was
Be quiet.
talking and you
Chris,
cut
you
me
can turn off her
off.
mic if you want.
I was talking and you cut me off.
But there are passport bros and there are passport hoes. And that's the difference. That's girls who go overseas.
Dubai.
Yeah, the whole premise of this show is not to make fun of me and the fact that I went to Dubai. You can go ahead, John.
He said that. I wasn't talking about that in
Okay,
general.
Dubai. I went to Dubai. John, continue.
But
what
the
else
point I'm
about me?
trying to
I'm a
make is
whore.
that
I'm a Western whore. Let's go on. Let's continue.
Yeah, we're not talking about you right
yeah,
now.
no one's even talking about you
Okay,
like
well,
that.
you were a second ago.
I'm saying that
I was.
there is a
You were.
general movement of men exodusing from the United States because they are demanded abroad, and women are not.
Okay, that's
American
fine.
women are not.
That's fine. This is conversation one-on-one, and I'm able to have a conversation, so you don't have to try me. Thank you.
So what
I
is the
appreciate you.
solution?
I like
don't know,
going
man.
overseas and finding guys.
Because honestly, I don't want to be disagreeable, so I want to know what's the
I think
solution.
you sound like a
because
bitch.
Yeah, well, you know what?
femininity.
You look like a bitch. All right? Braids,
man.
I love London. Come on, man. That's 2014.
I'm not even gonna tell you what you look like.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? I know we look like a cum bucket. A cum bucket, bro. And Dubai and porta potties.
respecting each
Okay,
other.
guys.
Porta potty,
guys.
cum bucket.
You
Is that
are
what you
porta
invite
potty.
women on
Yo,
your show to
yo,
do? You
yo,
invited me to
yo,
come on
you
your show to
mad?
call me a cum bucket.
All right, Myron. All
Chris,
right.
man.
For you, Myron. Cum bucket.
Yeah.
Actually, me, I survived the war. I came here alone, and my masculine was very, very active when I came here because I was survivor, and I forgot how to be woman. So I already learned myself from the
Yeah.
beginning. And next to my man, I realized, hey, here I need just to calm down. Here I need to step away. Here I need him to be like, more stronger.
Oh,
Well, can I be honest about
that just made me
something?
think of a question.
And the psychology also, it's all in open researches. Go and check about relationships, everything. I was learning again and again because we all come to each other to teach.
Do you guys feel like
You were going to say something. Well, this girl was going to say something.
I was just gonna say, there are some men that they don't understand what true masculinity is. So sometimes they force it on a woman, let's say, and then we kind of we have to force ourselves on them because it's just it's fucking rude.
Because they don't know how to lead.
Right, but that's not all men. I mean, some men know how to be masculine, and then we know how to be, more feminine. And then the traditional roles come out to play, which some people
That
don't
was
like tradition.
actually-
I mean, I think it's the younger people that don't really appreciate traditions much. Which everyone evolves. Goddamn.
Someone else have something?
That's what I was actually gonna. I was gonna ask, does a woman's masculinity corresponds with how a man treats her.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
component too. Yeah.
100%.
But if you
Mainly
just,
why a man
but
leaves or
there's women that
cheats.
just naturally exude masculine energy, and girls that exude natural masculine energy are just less attractive to men. Especially guys. The more masculine a guy is, the more he's able to detect that energy from a female and be like, you know what? Nah, I'm good, man. Because
Pump and dump.
it's just not. Yeah, you just have sex
Pump
with
and
her
dump
and
at
throws her
best.
to the side of the road because we don't want to deal with those girls, man. Like, I don't think you guys understand that a man's life is a lot harder than a woman's life in 2024, especially. We have to. You don't agree? You disagree?
Yep.
Hell no.
Okay, real quick. Okay, how many of you? How many of you think? Who do you think? How many of you think that women live a harder life than men in 2024? Raise your hands. You think women do? Okay, who else does?
I don't know.
I don't want to compare it. I don't.
Well, let me tell you why. So, men live a way harder life than women, and the reason why is because men must earn their value. When I'm 18 years old, I'm a fucking nobody. Nobody cares about me. I need to go to get an education. I need to earn some money. I need to build up my status. I need to go to the gym and build up my body. Everything that makes me attractive needs to be earned. I need to get competence. I need to get worldly. I need to be able to have good conversations. That all takes time. Girl turns 18. She could be on a boat with a millionaire. So women are born with their value and men are simply not. So you're telling me an 18-year-old girl can't be around a millionaire?
I feel like at the same. I feel like yes and no to the same. Like you. A woman
just
has
finish
to
my
work
thought.
on their body.
Let
A
me finish my
woman has
thought.
the same thing that you're saying about being 18 and doing all this stuff. A woman has to do the same thing.
Let me finish my
to keep
thought.
it their look.
There are fat girls
let me
getting
finish my
fucking
thought.
fucked all the
Let me
time.
finish my thought.
More
What
than
I'm
there are
try-
fat
what
guys
I-
getting
because
fucked.
the whole statement I'm trying to make is that men have to work a lot harder in life than women do to get the same dating benefits or get opportunities given to them, right? So since men have to live a much harder life than women do, right, and we have to go out there and earn it, once we actually become attractive and we have the ability to attract a woman, why would we want to sit there and fight a woman? We have to fight the world to get to where we're at in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the last thing I want to do after working all day and like going out there and competing with other men that are masculine is now I have to go and compete with my girl when I get home.
Yeah.
I think it's
That's a headache.
It's harder for women on a different scale though.
How's
I
it harder
think,
for women? Go ahead.
As far as like the whole, let's go back to being 18 and she can get on a yacht with a millionaire. Now
Sure.
people are sexualizing her and doing all of this because she looks a certain way at 18, and it probably won't go away. It's probably natural. She probably doesn't have to work on her body as much, but she has to worry about men harassing her sexually
Yes,
Sure.
and
that's
all
where I
these
was
things.
going.
Like
Sure.
so, it's different problems on a different scale.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay.
That's true.
Men have
At
to worry
least-
about walking around getting killed in public.
And so do women. They have to worry about getting
No,
kidnapped
men-
and
Men
raped.
are
I'm sorry.
way more
Kidnapped.
like.
No, you can say that. We're on Rumble now.
Oh well, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
men experience significantly more violent crime
Yeah,
than women
yeah,
do.
it's-
Men are
it's not even a
overwhelmingly
comparison.
the victims of majority crime versus women. But the problems that you mentioned, right? But here's the thing: at least when a girl's beautiful, though she does have to deal with harassment and weirdos, doors open for her that would never open up for men.
Offer it, yeah.
Yeah.
Can
You
I
understand?
elaborate?
And these
And I do
opportunities.
appreciate men that
Wait, hold on.
work hard.
You're a singer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're in the music industry,
Yeah.
right? Have you met celebrity artists before?
Most, you know?
I guarantee you, if I took a male
Almost.
artist with your
Oh,
same
sorry.
skill level, he would meet zero fucking celebrities.
Yeah, but now I have to work twice as hard as a man because they
But-
won't take me as serious as a man because I'm a woman.
But
But you're
there.
getting
There.
the look. You're getting the opportunity.
You're
You're
getting
able to
their
get studio
knowledge,
time.
yeah.
You're able to be around these individuals. You're able to gain the knowledge. You are given certain opportunities that other men will never get simply because they have a dick and you have a vagina.
Should I hope so?
You hope?
Let's speak. Yeah, let's speak that into existence. I
Okay.
hope so.
This right here,
Wow.
freeze the fucking show right now.
Wow.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I haven't said it in like a few months now. Privilege is invisible to those that have it.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking male artists would fucking kill
Yeah.
to be in a room with a famous music producer or an artist, etc., to at least be able to meet them and shake their hand, versus you're saying, well,
I hope so.
I hope so.
Manifest.
I'll give you an example. This podcast right here, you're in front of what? 20,000 people watching right now?
I'm a tourist.
You said you're a singer, right? That's promo. Guys
Yeah.
that want to do the same thing, they can't.
Yeah.
We don't bring guys in here.
Yeah.
That's opportunity. But I
I
think
mean,
you're very
but
privileged,
what
though.
if that's
what?
y'all's
What if-
preference.
what if-
Y'all
what
don't. Y'all's preference is to bring women to this table. Like, why not bring the guys?
That's a good point.
Because men,
Hold on,
hold
Other
on.
than judging,
Because-
I mean, like, when you
because
want to,
what
you know,
did I just tell you about 4 minutes ago?
privilege.
No, before that.
That was like 2 minutes ago.
How they have to earn.
3 minutes ago.
There you go. Men have to earn their value while women don't.
We did bring them up here, by the way.
Oh, she's
and they're
smart.
successful.
Okay, W.
That's good. Then okay.
But you came up here. We don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm Kima
but why?
Renee.
All right.
So I hope you can remember that.
Don't need today.
Yeah, I think you just flew because the whole argument was I think men have a harder existence than women do, and then you went ahead to prove the point for me, even in your own industry.
I feel like
don't think
men.
it's
That's just
set
one
that
industry of
whole
music and
system up.
entertainment. We haven't even talked about the other things.
No, I have my
admire when guys
opinion, and
have the
those
hustle and they,
those
like,
are very
they-
valid
yeah.
points. But I just don't feel like it's harder. I think
No, it's- you
everyone
said you
has
don't
their own problems,
feel like-
and the scale of life is balance. If the
That's
scale of
more
life is
work,
not like this,
for sure.
it is not like this.
Yeah,
shit.
but the problems that you get are a byproduct of getting opportunity versus the men that I'm talking about don't even get the opportunity. You're saying, well, I get harassed by guys, blah, blah, blah. Well, one of those guys might be a music producer. One of those guys might know someone that could make your career happen.
You
One
could-
of those guys
but it's
might
the same
create
thing.
something for you in the future that sets something up. Like, you're missing.
I'm not knocking that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. The men don't even get this opportunity. You at least have the privilege of being able to say, well, I get harassed even though I get all these opportunities.
Sometimes men have the privilege of being a man. Like just because they're a man, they're gonna get the job over a female or over a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Really?
Come on now.
Like where, at Hooters?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
What degree do you
How about
have?
this? Let's have
Because
fun with
I
this.
promise you, if
Since-
you and I took a test, I promise you I would have a way higher score than you will ever have, baby. A way higher score. I'm way more
What kind
smarter
of
than you'll
test?
ever be. More intelligent.
Ranch or blue cheese?
You may be more
Ranch.
successful, but
Ranch or blue cheese?
Oh, yeah,
I'll be in a
you're
couple
pre-med.
years. Let's see who's smarter,
You're in
baby.
pre-med. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna ask you. Well, give me one right or privilege that men have that women don't. Besides, and I'll just say it, the ability that men have to have sex with girls and not be judged. Name one right or privilege that men have over women.
To go outside at night and walk by themselves.
I'll refute that here in a second. What
Okay.
about you?
I'm not gonna say it right. I'm just gonna say
Or privilege.
I didn't get a job over a man before, and I'm just gonna say that.
What was the job field then?
It was a valet job, some driving stuff, but that goes back to the whole thing that women can't drive, and I've have experience in valet driving, but I guess it wasn't enough, and I see that all the employees at that place specifically were men.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if I don't know if that's like a whole worldly thing, but I know that is a
Maybe the
thing.
person that beat you out had just more experience and training and more knowledge and was just a better candidate.
Some of those, okay.
Because I could make an argument because
I know someone that I knew someone that worked there, and some of those people were actually just starting. It was not that they had more experience than me.
But did they beat you out for that position? You're saying they were
Yeah.
already there, so they already had the job.
No, they applied when I applied, or maybe after I applied, and they still got the job, and they had less experience than I did.
Really? Mm-hmm. And you don't think that it's something on their resume that might have been better or whatever it may be?
What would you think?
I don't know.
More
This
experience?
valet company, but
Longer time?
I'm
But
saying what I've
I'm saying
noticed.
is it wasn't that though. That's what I'm saying. What would you
Male-dominated
think if it
jobs-
wasn't that? I had some ears on the inside. Well, it wasn't that. So,
Well, I'll tell you this. Downstairs in our valet, they hire women as well. And I would argue that honestly the guys are going to be better because of their experience with cars. But just because, just because to be fair, and as well for you to give you a job, they'll hire you too. But you have to prove yourself as well. Just like
Male-dominated
But they're
fields
gonna-
are more likely to hire women than men are.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially with cars.
that's,
yeah.
that's what I mean right
Just-
there.
Yeah, but
No,
they're more likely to hire
you.
women.
Yeah.
It's just
No.
that those candidates might have just been better than you.
Okay.
I'm
But
just saying, like,
he said something about them knowing more about cars. I'm going to use that. I feel like when people people think about things like that, they're going to say, okay, we have a woman here that has hella experience, and we have a man here that doesn't really have experience, but he knows about cars, so I'm going to hire him
well,
because
that's
he knows
pertinent to
about
the
cars.
job position, though.
Look
That's
at
a
doing
skill
here.
set.
Look at doing here.
That's a
Same
skill
thing.
set.
If I go to hairdressing place to become a hairdresser, guess what? I'm a guy. So all frit girls are better with hair because they do hair. So it just wherever you work, that's a bad argument.
I don't do hair, so
He was
What he's
using it as an
saying, yeah,
example.
he's saying.
What the
I'm just
fuck is
saying.
going on
I'm
today,
just
bro?
saying.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
knowing about cars is a skill set that is pertinent to that job field. So therefore, it is something that makes them have more, I guess,
So we
leverage over you in getting the
skill set
position.
versus experience when it comes to that.
A skill set might be
Okay.
more important than experience based on their current employee pool. You don't know what the boss is looking for. They might
That's
have a bunch
real.
of guys that are experienced and they're like, you know what, we need a guy that actually can, like, maybe if their car isn't working, can open up the hood and do something. You don't know what the employer needs and what they're looking for.
That's real, but
stick
that
shift?
yeah,
Manual?
yeah.
Up a hill?
Is that required in? Well, I mean, if it's like a parking garage, yeah. I've never like driven on the road.
All right,
with
so
a 6-shift car.
Going back to what I was saying. Can you name one?
I know how to drive.
Can you name one right or privilege that men have over women in society besides being able to have sex without being judged by it?
One what?
One privilege or right that men have over women besides being able to just have sex with a bunch of girls without being judged.
I don't really understand.
I'll answer for you. There is none.
I don't understand.
None.
I don't understand that. Give me an example.
There
of what
is
you
no
mean.
privilege or right that men have over
Give me
women.
an example so that I can counteract that.
Bruh, see, you're just trying to argue.
No,
Give me an example so I can counteract that.
No, I'm not trying to argue. Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. I'm really just trying to understand what you're trying to say so that I can respond
I'll say
accordingly.
it nice and clearly. I'll answer for you. There is no right or privilege that men have that women don't besides the ability to have sex without being judged with a lot of people. Now, you mentioned walking
I don't understand
home.
what you mean by that. That's why I'm asking you to
Don't worry,
give me an
that
example.
went over
Plain
your head.
English.
That went over your head.
Does anybody else understand? Help me out here. Anybody else understand what
I
he's trying
understand. I don't know. It is.
What about
Plain
flights?
English.
Women at the table, not you, John. Women, do you understand what he's saying?
I mean, I kind of.
Repeat it one more time.
Yeah, repeat it one more time, right?
What can men do that women can't without being judged?
Well, also,
Is that what you're saying?
Take your shirt off.
See, so it's not just me.
men take advantage of
Please
women.
give me something to work with. That's what I'm asking you.
Okay.
Like what? I feel like men take advantage of women.
I'm going to say this one more time.
He's gonna explain to
I'm
you
going to
guys.
say this one more time, and then I'm going to go over to her to address her point. There is no right or privilege that men experience in 2024 in the United States that women don't also have a privilege or access
Right.
to, besides the ability to have sex with a multitude of different women, aka having a higher body count, without being judged. In other words, women have every single advantage and privilege that men do, and I would argue even more so.
And more.
Women have more rights and privileges than men do. That is why I say a woman's life is easier in 2024 than a man's. Now, you made the argument of being able to walk home
Outside.
around at night safely.
Just in general.
Okay. Statistically speaking, that is not true. Men are overwhelmingly the victims of violent crime, way more than women.
By who? By
By
other
other
men?
men. Yeah, by other men. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that just proved the point. That's your own fault. You guys are the problem.
So actually, under
it's
that
men
logic,
against men.
we're
But
not the
talking
problem because
about
we're not attacking
men
women
against
more.
women.
We're attacking men more. We're actually doing you a better by us assaulting men. We're actually helping you out.
Literally.
Is that really helping us?
That's why we
think that's
have to be
helping.
women and not fight. That's it. That's why we need to be women and not fight and not be attacking because they're already fighting.
They'll
Why
turn
we
on you
would?
if you get too
Why we
condescending.
would
And you said
I don't want to fight.
I'm not
especially
talking
don't want to fight a
about
man.
violent crime. I'm talking about getting assaulted. Like
Okay,
if
what
you're
about
being
wanna fight a
standing
man?
up, here's your
Assault? Are you
phone.
talking about
You can look at-
sexually assaulted? Because violent is assault.
Absolutely. No,
Okay.
I'm talking about sexually assaulted.
Sexually assaulted. Okay.
Like, what if any of us go outside and we want to walk to a club right now? What do you think the odds are of us getting there safely? In all honesty.
Very high.
You're a
Very
brick close to your
high.
heart.
Yeah.
Even right now on the street, there's hella
Okay,
girls.
not Brickle. Literally
Ooh, can you
anywhere
reverse
else.
the question?
Okay, Anywhere
what about
Where?
being standing up?
Don't be sick of me
Miami
yet.
Gardens,
Don't be
there
sick
you
of
go.
me
Bro,
yet.
if you don't understand,
Can you reverse the question?
I've said it
I would even walk
plenty
there.
of
Reverse
times
it.
in plain English.
Say it in a different way.
But I don't
I
really
think-
get judged for my body count. So I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Not the cap.
Again, and I find it interesting that your boyfriend, you guys met in a stat class. So you should be able to understand simply that, like, if as a man you have way higher likelihood of being assaulted, robbed, or the victim of violent crime walking around at night than a woman. I get it. Like, as a woman, it's scary because you don't have the capability to defend yourself to the same degree as a man. However, men are overwhelmingly the victims of violent crime, way higher than women. When women are victims of violent crimes, a lot of times it's by someone they know.
Yeah, and you're using
Family
sexual.
member?
You're using sexual assault. Like guys typically can't sexually assault another guy.
I didn't say that.
You did
I didn't
use
even
sexual assault
imply
as an
that.
example.
I thought we were talking about women. Are we not talking
So
about
can you
women?
name? So since we went ahead and refuted that, can you name another right or privilege that men have over women besides the body count thing that I mentioned?
More pay.
That's not true either, actually.
Okay, what about presidents? How a woman would literally get booted off immediately if they were to run for president, and how we've never.
Hillary
had
did a successful presidential run in 2016.
I'm talking about presidents. I'm not talking about presidential one.
You said she would get
runs.
booted
I'm
off as
talking
soon as she
about-
tried. That's what you just said.
Okay, then let me snatch that away. Let's talk about how we've never had a female president, point blank, period, in this country.
All right.
Can we talk about that?
Sure. I mean,
Can we talk about how, what if any of us said, "Hey, I want to be president"? You'd laugh. You'd laugh at
I'd
any
be
girl
scared.
saying that.
Well, a lot of guys say
is the
that
end of the
women are
world.
too emotional.
Well,
What the fuck?
first
this
of
how
all,
y'all
a
feel about
president
your
is like,
moms?
it's really like a puppet, to be
Like
honest.
what?
Nowadays, like really, he's not calling all the shots.
Like a class president.
Maybe Xi Jinping.
I mean, there's a multitude of reasons why we can explain that, but I mean, to your first point about women getting paid less, that's actually not true at all. The reason why women get paid less is because they simply deserve less. They work less hours in general.
Women deserve less.
Yes.
Yeah, I wrote a book about it. But
This is why I work at
But-
where I work at, so I can scam people just like Purple over
Can
here.
I buy it on Amazon?
yeah, you can actually. But this isn't me just talking shit. Like this is all facts, right?
No,
So-
I will buy it on Amazon.
We deserve less. That's
Yeah.
why we take from them.
No.
All right.
So,
Period.
the reason why women earn less.
It's a pamphlet. It's tiny.
Yeah, because women deserve less. Anyway.
Men deserve to get
don't
the
want
Yeah,
money.
it's less than 100
I
pages.
feel like I have to live
Can
like
I
this.
see that?
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I have to.
Not right now. Not right now. So the reason why, and I go over this in excruciating detail in the book, but I'll just simplify it. The reason why women earn less money than men is because they go into job fields a lot of times that just simply pay less, and they go and get degrees that pay less by choice.
Okay.
Right? So are there women out there that want to be doctors like yourself? Yeah, for sure. But that's a minority of women. Most women don't want to work these types of jobs. They want to work a nice air-conditioned office job that might pay less, or secretary, whatever, some type of assistant position. That's what most women do.
So you're saying
They wanna do.
most women deserve less?
Because they earn less. Yes, they earn less because they deserve it.
Most women, not all women.
Yeah, of course, it's never all.
Cool.
It's never all. But I'm telling you, a staggering majority go into job fields that pay less.
I agree
That's why
with
they
you.
earn less. So, and here's the funny part. Women are overrepresented in college. And a bachelor's degree is actually one of the biggest indicators that you earn more money. But why do women earn less even though they make up almost 3/4 of college attendees?
I have a question though. I think
Where do you get
that-
these stats from?
They're all online.
They're all online. I mean,
United
Where's
States
the
government.
carpet?
They're all there.
I mean, they're all there. But I mean,
They get
everyone
them off
knows that
No,
women
I
women
believe
dominate
you.
college attendance.
I
That's
believe
a
you, and
fact.
I agree with you. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, women dominate college attendance. But yeah, so and then as far as like female presidents go, I mean, I would argue that's not true because Hillary just literally did a successful presidential run. She lost. But I would argue even women don't want to vote for a female.
I definitely didn't want to vote for
I guess
Hillary
you just
because of who she is.
It depends on who she is.
Men are just better
Who's
leaders in
running?
general. Like the traits it takes to be a leader, deductive
Yeah.
problem solving skills, logic, rationale, emotional control, temperance, all these things. Men are just better than women.
Emotional
By
control.
every big
Well,
man.
Inventing things.
As if Iran war wasn't started by them.
Men are better at almost every leadership trait that's required
Oh.
to be better leaders. This is why. What, did you guys forget maybe about 30 minutes ago when I asked you, would you want to be the leader in a relationship or not? All of you said no.
Yeah.
I said it depends on what it is that I tried to tell you that. It depends on what it is we're leading in. It does. And I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying that if I am more knowledgeable on something, then I want to lead
in general,
in
there's
that.
a leader. Like you might be able to pick out
Yes,
the curtains
true.
colors.
You're right.
But I'm talking about there is a main leader in every relationship. I'm asking, would you want to be the leader or him?
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, no. I don't. But
so
yeah.
so men are just better at leading, and women want it that way. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's
Okay.
just biology. So it's
I'll
like
take that.
I know you're making the argument like, why are there female presidents? I mean, there's a bunch of reasons for that.
Absolutely.
But I'd argue even women don't want to vote for a female president a lot of the times.
It depends on who's running.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Do you hate women?
I had that question.
No, it's a
had that
genuine
question in the
question.
beginning, but
I
then I
feel
seen all
like
of
you're
us.
looking at me like I'm being sarcastic. I'm genuinely asking.
He loves us.
Then why
That's
are you
we're all
here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking because a lot of your
hope so.
takes
Yeah, go
towards
ahead.
women make us feel small.
Okay, is stating an objective fact or facts that might paint women in a, I guess maybe unflattering light, does that mean I hate them?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I just
There's
haven't
the answer
really
to your
heard
question.
any good
But hold on.
things.
Let me see. He hates men too then. Let me see. He hates men as well.
I didn't say he hated them. I was asking whether or not he did. He said he doesn't.
Well, I want to
I
say
was just
something
trying to
about
have a
the
better
rules
understanding.
with-
I just find
You're
that that's,
looking at me crazy.
I find
like,
it
I'm
interesting
just-
that like that's your response to me saying things that are objectively true between the two genders and our differences. It's just that no one really has these very difficult
Triggered
conversations
3
with women.
tipped
That what is my
$50.
response?
Triggered 3 ranted from Rumble and says the girl with the white bow took the short bus to the podcast.
The what?
I'm sorry, you said
Oh my
what?
God, what did she say?
Short bus.
No, I said
short-
that.
What does
that
I
mean?
find it interesting that after our
you
conversation,
don't
the
know.
main takeaway in question is, do you hate women? when all I've said is just they're unflattering facts about females, but
yeah, but
that doesn't
normally
mean I hate
people
them.
don't hyper focus on women in this way. At least I haven't seen much content that focuses on women in this light and makes them feel, like you said, smaller and isn't so unflattering. So I'm just trying to get a better understanding of why you
let me
paint
ask you
women
this:
so unflattering.
who controls their feelings? You or me?
Who controls their feelings?
Yeah, do I control your feelings or do you control
I
your
control
feelings?
my feelings.
So if you feel small, whose problem is that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Gotcha, bitch. So if you went and you said most men are losers, fat, incompetent, feeble, idiots, I wouldn't feel small. I'd be like, you're actually fucking right.
Yep.
No,
They
you're
are.
right. You're right. It could be a projection.
But this is the difference between men and women. If you guys went ahead and criticized men in here, I wouldn't start crying. I'd be like, yeah, you're fucking right. Yeah, this is a problem with men in the West. But if I criticize women, you guys always go ahead and attribute what I say to yourself. And be like, oh, that's fucked up. Do you hate women?
How dare
No, I'm
you.
just telling you objective, uncomfortable realities about females in the United States, which is the whole discussion started off Passport Bros.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to an understanding
Can
of
we go
how
back
you
to that
reach
too?
these uncomfortable realities, but that's a different conversation.
Because it's reality.
Women just more emotional by itself.
Yeah,
They're
that's true.
uncomfortable
that's
realities.
it.
They're not
That's it.
realities that most people
How
would
dare you
agree
make
with.
sense?
Yeah, I was gonna say who's
Yeah,
reality.
Myron.
I'm sorry. You said they're not realities that what?
They're not realities that most people or everyone would agree with, you know? Like,
Okay, but
I'm-
that doesn't make it not right though.
no, you're right. It doesn't.
And if anything, we're harder on men than women, by the way. Way harder on men.
I mean,
light
way harder.
years.
A fact is a
Light
fact,
years
regardless of whether you agree with it or not. I would argue it's a low IQ trait to say I disagree with something that is objectively true. So like, if you went ahead and you told me most guys are losers in America, and I told you I disagree with that, well, I'd be a fucking retard for saying that because the truth is that most are losers.
Yep.
Majority
like,
of people are losers.
You know,
in America.
like I'm not gonna sit here and get angry and be like, you
I agree
hate
with you,
men for
John.
saying that. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
no, you're right.
most
Broken
people
families.
don't
I
shed
agree.
light on this subject, so I was asking why you did and
Yeah,
if you
because
hate
women are in a privileged position where we can't criticize them.
Yeah.
We're one of the few podcasts that criticizes and says, yo, we criticize men too, right?
Yeah.
But no one gives a fuck when you criticize men. We criticize women about, hey, this is why guys are leaving the United States. And most girls, instead of like listening and be like, why are the men leaving? Damn, I should write this shit down. I mean, this is what men are looking for. They say, well, that's because you guys are trying to pay for pussy outside or whatever.
Those
You just-
women are cheaper.
Yeah, women are
Correct.
cheaper.
Cheaper in the most expensive city in the world.
So
You mentioned one city, but okay.
So there's a problem in America that women are facing, especially where they can't find men or retain men long enough, and they say, "Why did he ghost me? Why did he leave me alone?" I don't get it, and it's because you don't see the picture as you. What you want to happen is him to stay with you and be with you, right? But guess what he wants? Submissive, quiet, modest woman.
Not even that extreme. Just cooperative.
Compliance.
I don't want compliance. If I have a fucking idea, I don't want like you to pick every part of it apart where you're not even qualified to pick my fucking idea apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like everything has to be an argument. Everything, and it's not all
It should
girls like
be a
this, but
team,
it's a
honestly.
general thing I've
Yeah.
noticed among American women, typically who come from single mother households.
And also, you can have your input for a man, 100%. But understand, if he's the man you chose to trust and follow, let him lead. Hey, babe, you know what?
Right.
I love that you're doing this, but what about this? What do you think? And he'll tell you, you know what, babe, that's a good idea. Or, you know, babe, I'm doing this way because of this X, Y, Z. And then you know for a fact, okay, you know what? I trust this guy. I'll follow his lead.